Hi, this is Thresden. I'm going to be going through Tirisfal Glades. This is a leveling guide walkthrough for the Undead starting area. I thought it would be nice. I looked through YouTube and saw that there are no leveling guides for Tirisfal Glades on YouTube, at least not full-length ones, so I thought some people might enjoy this. So here we go.
Bound to the iron will of the tyrant Lich King, the vast undead armies of the Scourge seek to eradicate all life on Azeroth. Led by the Banshee Sylvanas Windrunner, a group of renegades broke away from the Scourge and freed themselves of the Lich King's domination. Known by some as the Forsaken, this group fights a constant battle, not only to retain its freedom from the Scourge, but also to slaughter those who would hunt them as monsters. With Sylvanas as their Banshee queen, the Forsaken have built a dark stronghold beneath the ruins of Lordaeron's former capital city. This hidden Undercity forms a sprawling labyrinth that stretches beneath the haunted woods of the Tirisfal Glades. Though the very land is cursed, the zealous humans of the Scarlet Crusade still cling to their scattered holdings, obsessed with eradicating the undead and retaking their homeland. Convinced that the primitive races of the Horde can help them achieve victory over their enemies, the Forsaken have entered an alliance of convenience. Harboring no true loyalty for their new allies, they will go to any lengths to ensure their dark plans come to fruition. As one of the Forsaken, you must massacre any who pose a threat to the new order, human, undead, or otherwise.
Alright, so the narrator there just summarized the story of the Undead. If you're not familiar with it, you can search on YouTube for the Story of Warcraft 3 playlist. Make sure you put playlist in when you search for it. I'll try to put a link in the description as well to make it easier to find. But basically, the Undead are... they were originally residents of Lordaeron, the city of Lordaeron, and it was invaded by the Scourge, which is a bunch of zombies. And they were mind-controlled by the Scourge, but when the Lich King's power faded, they gained their free will back, and now they're their own group under Sylvanas Windrunner, and they're hated by humans and night elves and everyone else. They're viewed as monsters, and so that's the way that they live their lives. They stay with each other and try to live the best that they can as undead monsters. They have free will, but they're still not really alive anymore. So it's a pretty horrible, tragic story. But anyway, let's get on with it.
Speak quickly.
He says, about time you woke up. We were ready to toss you into the fire with the others, but it looks like you made it. I am Mordo, the caretaker of the crypt of Deathknell, and you are the Lich King's slave no more. Speak with Shadow Priest Sarvis in the chapel at the base of the hill. He will tell you more of what you must know.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Alright, so these should be fairly easy quests right off at the beginning, but it should get more complicated as time goes on. I have not played an Undead before. My main character is a Night Elf Druid, so this is completely new to me, and it will be interesting to see how it turns out. By the way, I'm using an add-on called Questy to show the various quest points. I don't want to spend a bunch of time wandering around not knowing where things are, so I'm using that to make things a little bit easier.
Hello.
No other race on Azeroth has suffered as much as our people, Warlock. To laugh in the face of death has become second nature for all of us. Another of the Walking Dead, Must have been quite a shock, waking up in the crypt with only the cold and Mordo to greet you. I see the confusion on your face. Let me try to explain our situation to you. We have been freed from the control of the Lich King by our new leader, Lady Sylvanas. The Dark Lady guides us in our war against the hated Scourge, and the holdouts of humanity who dog our every step.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
We Forsaken are at war with the Lich King's army of the Scourge, necromantically raised armies of the Undead, foul beasts of the north, and tormented specters. The northern part of the village has become overrun with the mindless ones, and they must be destroyed. Destroy them, show no mercy, our former brothers and sisters as they might be. The fallen are nothing but the Lich King's slaves. Alright, he wants me to kill 8 mindless zombies and 8 wretched zombies.
Hello?
This is Vinya Marthand. Greetings, child. I can see that you are still young in the ways of the Warlock. Power still eluding your grasp. I can sense your eagerness to learn, and you will learn. There is no strength in ignorance. Knowledge is our greatest power. Through its application, we can control the chaotic magics and beings of the void, bending them to our will. I will show you how to bind a servant to your will, but first you must bring me 3 skulls of the rattle-cage skeletons near the abandoned smithy.
Embrace the shadow.
Of course. Of course I have to go do some random task. Why can't she just teach it to me right now? Alright, let's see what abilities I've got here. I've got Demon Skin. That looks useful. Shadow Bolt. And then my attack, of course. And I've run out of mana. Welcome to Classic. Now, after I get done going through Tirisfal Glades on Classic, I'm going to make videos of Tirisfal Glades in the modern game, so you can see the difference between the zone in the 2 versions of the game. There's generally a lot more storyline to the modern game. But a lot of the stories in the modern game are almost like sequels to the quests that you play in Classic. So it's interesting to go through both of them. Unfortunately, the guards killed that one before I could get to it. I got a flimsy chain belt. This might be better than what I've got. In fact, I don't have a belt, so...
I can't use that yet.
But it's male, so I can't wear it. Warlocks have to wear cloth. And that is not cloth, so... I have to stick with nothing right now. Getting all this food, and I don't really need food. I'm not losing a lot of health, I'm just losing mana. I'm gonna change my settings here and make this so that it'll auto loot. So as you can see, I'm fighting mindless zombies. The Forsaken, the group that I'm in, hates these scourge zombies.
I need more mana.
The Forsaken support undead creatures having free will, and the mindless zombies clearly do not, because they're mindless, right? So that's why I'm killing them. Alright, and I hit level 2. So I've got 3 quests, well, 2 quests right now. One is kill 8 mindless zombies and 8 wretched zombies. The other one is to get 3 rattle cage skulls. Oh, and I got frayed pants. Gives me 4 armor as opposed to 2 armor, so that's better, that's good. Can't wear a shield, so just ignore that. I'll sell that at a vendor somewhere. This is taking quite a while in a lot of places, a lot of starting zones. I guess Undead are not very popular. People don't want to play a monster, you know, somebody that looks like a monster. But in a lot of areas, you'll see lots of players around and you can group up with them. It helps you to finish quests faster. In the modern game, of course, you don't need to because the mobs are so easy. But in Classic, usually you can group up with people. In this case, I can't because there's nobody on right now. Part of that could be that it's the middle of the day. I'm recording this at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so maybe people are at work. Well, there's 2 players. See if I can find her and invite her to a group. Demon Killer! That's a hell of a name. And she has not accepted my invite, so... Oh well. Alright, just need 2 more wretched zombies and 2 more mindless zombies. Alright, so now I just need 2 wretched zombies and I'll be done. There's one. Ooh, it resisted. That's annoying. I'm gonna sit and drink some water here, get my mana back. Just one more, just need to find 1 wretched zombie, and then we can continue on with the story. Mindless zombies. Wretched zombie, here we go. Alright, now we can go back to town and turn in these quests.
Forsaken.
It is unfortunate that the Scourge cannot be brought into the fold. Their large numbers would be useful in the battles ahead, but they will not join us, so we have no choice but to destroy them. Alright, let's see here. I can get a battered cloak or flax gloves. I have no cloak, and I have no gloves, so either one of them would be good, but the gloves give me 6 armor instead of 5, so let's take that one. Ah, while you were off dealing with the mindless Scourge, this scroll arrived for you. I would think it's some matter of importance, as it seems it bears the seal of the warlock trainer Maximilian. I would take some time to read it before heading out again.
Trust no one.
Alright, I'll read that in just a minute.
What is it?
You've shown your potential to the Forsaken under normal circumstances, Thresdens. Now let's see you under pressure. The Rattlecage skeletons, more mindless minions of the Lich King, are a tougher foe than the zombies you have faced thus far. Again, thin their numbers and prove yourself to the Forsaken. Do not tarry. When you are done, speak to me again. Alright, so he wants me to kill 12 Rattlecage skeletons and then come back and tell him I'm done. Now you'll notice more talk about the minions of the Lich King. It's a big part of the Undead story. Because the Lich King is the one who turned us into undead. I bid you welcome, brother. I knew you would come. It was only a matter of time. What I said interested you, didn't it? This is Maximilian, the Warlock trainer. I hit a chord. Something inside you knew what I claimed was truth. Good. Know this, though. I am no traitor to Sylvanas. If anything, she would appreciate my claims, considering it was her own beliefs that has put the Forsaken in the position it is now. Oh, you know what? This is... I need to read the Tainted Scroll.
Sylvanas.
This is the guy that I'm supposed to deliver it to. An awful predicament to find ourselves in, isn't it, Thresdens? Plagued by the foul prince, ostracized and spurned by our own loved ones. We finally have our own will thanks to the beautiful Sylvanas, but what does that afford us now? Slaves to a different master is still a slave, or so I say. But what if we were the masters? Yes, you know what I mean, don't you? We are even more separated from the rest of the Forsaken, Thresdens. And that is why we must speak further. Find me in the church in Deathknell. Okay, so this guy is like, it looks like he's trying to create a rebellion against Sylvanas. Maybe a warlock rebellion? I mentioned a slave still being a slave, no matter the master. Do you remember? We both know that it is that type of control, that type of power that now drives us. We seek to have creatures serve us. We know we are more powerful and deserve more respect than others give us. And so now we look to take it. I will be your ally in this struggle, the struggle for our own freedom, freedom to seek our own allegiances. When you feel ready, return to me and I will teach you all I know.
Our time will come.
Okay, cool.
What is it?
Vinya Marthin says, your power is little now, though I suspect already you sense the possibilities. Even the dead might feel alive, with that power coursing through us. Though you are still untested and young in your learning, you have proven that you possess sufficient ability to master the summoning and binding of an imp. Do not be deceived by an imp's size. Though it lacks physical strength, it possesses powers and a cleverness that will serve you well. Attend me carefully, Thresdens, for I will not repeat this lesson, and I will leave its mastery to you. Alright, I'm going to be able to summon imps now. And I'm level 3. So let me go into Demonology and put down this Summon Imp spell. And let's go ahead and use it. Nice. Now, the question is, I've never played a character class with a pet before. So, I can dismiss him. That's all I see how to do. Oh, I see some commands here. So I can put him in defensive mode, passive. Wow, that's quite a bit. C1. Alright, I'll have to figure out how this works. This looks a little more complicated than playing a druid. I'm used to turning into animals, not commanding them.
And you are...
Novice Eldrith says, my duties include tending to our wounded warriors, tailoring armor and clothes, and assisting Shadow Priest Sarvis with whatever else he might need. From the look of it, you'll be enlisted in his service also, hunting the mindless ones if I know his mind. Well, if you'd like to stay in one piece, and I've no doubt you do, perhaps I can help. I'm running out of paws and wings, and if you bring me some, I'll find some armor for you. You'll find a good number of wolves and bats to the south.
Do not seek death.
Alright, now, this guy is a warlock trainer, so... looks like I can learn Immolate. I don't know if Immolate is worth learning.
Discipline.
I really need to look these up and see which spells are the most important, because you can very easily end up spending too much gold if you try to learn every spell in Classic. In the modern game, you just get the spells automatically, so it's not an issue, but in Classic you have to be careful about what you learn and what you don't learn. Alright, let me keep track. I've only got 2 quests. It seems like I did a lot of work there, and I only ended up with 2 quests. That's kind of surprising. Gonna have to hunt some animals here. Scavengers and dusk bats. That's what I need. Let's see how this new spell works out.
Target.
Wow. It's a pretty powerful spell. And it looks like this imp is pretty easy to control, really. All I have to do is just keep it in defensive. And it'll just attack whatever attacks me. So, let's see, is this a scavenger? Yeah, it looks like it is.
Target something first.
Frayed shoes. That works. And I never did put on my gloves. Alright. Pretty soon, I'm gonna have to go vendor some stuff. Should have done that before I left. This is definitely going much faster with my minion and my new immolate spell. Sometimes I keep clicking on these mobs after I kill them because I'm trying to skin them, because I'm so used to playing a leatherworking class that has leatherworking as a profession. But that is not the case here. I'm a cloth wearer. Alright, one of the things I need to do is to kill rattle cage skeletons. And I know I killed a bunch of them earlier. They were over here. But it looks like another player has killed them all. Let's see if this person wants to group. Nope. Not interested. Alright, we got a long ways to go. We gotta kill 12 of these. Should go fast with this minion helping us, though. Real question is, can we find enough rattle cage skeletons? It looks like there's not that many. There's a lot of mindless zombies and only a few rattle cage skeletons. I keep hitting the wrong button. I keep hitting 6 instead of 5, and I have nothing hotkeyed to 6. I am out of mana. I'm drinking my last water. Let's see if I got any bag space. I got 2 spaces left in here. I'm probably going to keep going until my bags are completely full. And then I will reluctantly go back to town and vendor some of this junk. After this, I'm going to go ahead and head back.
My mana.
Alright, so let's see, where do I need to go to get back to town? See a building on the map over here, but I don't think that's the same building I was in. Yeah, that is definitely not buildings I've been in. Uh-oh. Alright, I may be lost now. Get back behind the gates of the Forsaken area where the guards are guarding the gates. Actually, I think I'm going too far north, and I need to go south. Okay, so here's where I started. Let me retrace my steps here. And I believe this is the church. And it is. Now, the question is there a vendor where I can sell stuff?
What now?
Because that is a pretty basic... Here we go. Alright. Alright, got plenty of space in my bags now. Now, the only other thing I need
Beware
is
the
I
living.
need some water. Let's see if somebody here
What
will sell
would
me
you
some
ask
water.
of death?
What is it?
And looks like
Victory
these are
for
all
Sylvanas.
trainers. So, I'll have to go without water for now. No big deal. I don't expect to lose a lot of mana. These mobs are pretty easy early on. There's a weaponsmith and an armorer.
Be quick about your business.
Yeah,
Trust
can't wear
no
any of
one.
that stuff.
This had better be good.
So I could buy a dirk from this guy, but it's probably not as good as my worn dagger. 1 to 3 damage versus 1 to 2. It's a little bit better. Speed is 1.6. Yeah, I'm not going to pay 57 copper for that. That's outrageous. For 57 copper, I better have a much better weapon than that. Alright, we need to kill 8 more Rattlecage skeletons. And get 3 more Scavenger Paws and 2 more Duskbat Wings.
Target.
know the sound in here is kind of boring, so let me set the music to loop. Make it a little more interesting. One more dust bat wing, and we can focus on the other things. Ragged leather bracers. Can't wear those because they're not cloth. Alright, just making sure. Whoa! I do not want to come into contact with spiders. Let's see what level those are. Level 3, I could take it, but I'm not done with these other quests. That'll probably be the next one I get. Hopefully I can find a scavenger somewhere. Finish that quest off quickly. Uh-oh, no mana. This is what happens when you can't find a water vendor in Classic. In the modern game, you wouldn't have to worry about it. You just wait for a few seconds. I mean, you'd never run out of mana, so it wouldn't matter. Alright, finally found a scavenger. Let's hope this one drops a scavenger paw. Yes. Just gotta kill 5 more Rattlecage skeletons. Then we can go back and continue the story. Skeleton number 9.
Target something first.
Number 10. Just need one more. This is the lucky skeleton that gets to be my 12th kill.
Not enough.
I haven't got all day.
Novice Elrith says, do try your best to keep yourself unharmed until I get you some armor. Thank you, Thresdens. This armor should help you out. Hopefully, it should do you more good than the last one to wear it. Yeah, I don't want leather, so I'm going to take the bracers. And I don't have any bracers, so that's... Wait a minute. Here we go, flax bracers. She says, my friend Marla Phipps lived with her husband Samuel before the plague. But when the plague came, Samuel succumbed and joined the Scourge's ranks. The plague she's referring to is the plague sent by the Lich King. This is what turned everyone into zombies, originally. Marla was spared an undeath only to die at the hands of her now mindless husband. So strong was her love, however, that her last dying wish was to be buried with her beloved Samuel. Samuel Phipps roams at a ruined camp along the road northeast of Deathknell. Defeat him and grant Marla's wish. Bury him at her grave, in the first row of our graveyard.
Dark Lady, watch over you.
I am forsaken.
Shadow Priest Sarvis says, I am finished with you, Thresdens. You have shown yourself to be worthy of the freedom that you have been given. Many will stand against you for what you have become. But know that no matter what they may try to do against us, we are free and will not be shackled again. Take these and be on your way. You have much to accomplish, Warlock. Alright, well, I don't want stuff I can't use, so I'm going to take the flax boots.
Beware the living.
And that is better than what I've got, so that's good. Now, was this the guy that I could sell stuff to?
Dark Lady, watch over you.
Be quick
This
about your
girl
business.
right here. Here we go.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Alright, and now 2 new quests have opened up, looks like.
This had better be good.
This is Executor Aaron. One of our greatest struggles is obtaining the natural resources we need to survive. Gold was scarce even in the height of the Alliance's power. There is a gold mine to the northwest that has been overrun with spiders. We need gold from the mine, but we can't very well get it while the spiders are crawling around in there. I've not much manpower to commit to the task, so we'll just have to do it little by little. Get up there and see what you can do for us, Thresdens.
Beware.
Of course,
Our enemy is
there's
abound.
There's a cave or a mine with spiders. Seems like that's everywhere. There's a cave of spiders in the Night Elf starting
What would
zone
you
as well.
ask of death?
You there, if you're looking for something to make yourself useful, then listen up. We need fresh, out-of-the-ground recruits to head into Deathknell and search for any sort of useful equipment. Most likely, they'll be in stacks of boxes. We expect more recruits to be rising soon, and unless we want them to stumble about naked, we'd better get to scavenging. We'll get to work, you miserable bag of bones. I'm not going to reward those without some hustle.
Trust no one.
Alright, so let's see what we got here. Got 3 quests. Need to get scavenged goods. Gotta kill some web spiders and find Samuel's remains. Alright, it looks like, according to Questy, we've got scavenged goods nearby. Here we go. This is why I like Questy. Can you imagine how long this would have taken? Some people say they like it that way. They like looking for the goods, and that's okay. To me, I want to get on with the story. Don't want to be stuck for 30 minutes looking for scavenged goods. But that's just me. Some people prefer to play without any help, and that's understandable. Alright. In the modern game, if you had a quest like this, the items would glow so that you could find them easily. It just shows you the difference in philosophy between classic and retail WoW. Luckily, those mindless zombies are not, or those wretched zombies are not aggressive, or we would have a lot of trouble in here. I don't see any scavenged goods right here. Alright, I'm going to go clear over this other side here. See if I can find some scavenged goods over here. So I'm not having much luck. This looks promising. Let's see if I can find it. There's... that looks like them. Just gonna need one more after this. Nope, already got that one. I doubt it's gonna reappear this soon. No. Looks like there's lots of... There we go. Alright. And you know what? I'm so close. I think I'm just going to go ahead and turn this in. Then I'll continue and do the others.
What is it?
Have you managed to scavenge up some useful items for us? There's no shame in reusing that which has been tossed aside. No one is going to give us any handouts. We Forsaken will fend for ourselves. Great work, Thresdens. I knew you weren't useless. Here, have one of the better items I've found out of the lots that have been collected so far. Alright, so I can get either a cape that gives me 5 armor, or a flax belt that gives me 6 armor. Since I don't have a belt, I'm going to take that.
Our time will come.
And it's almost getting time for me to stop this video, so I'm going to finish these 3 quests, and then that's going to be the end of the video, and I'll continue in the next one. What am I supposed to do here exactly? Okay, I need to find Samuel Phipps. And he is way up there, northeast. I'm not sure if it's more efficient to go get his remains first or kill the spiders first. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to go kill the spiders first. Remember when I said the spiders were probably going to be my next quest? Here we go. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Guess it doesn't hurt though. Spell it worn off. Alright, I'm out of mana, so I'm going to melee attack this next spider. While I'm attacking, I should get my mana back. Discovered Night's Web's Hollow, which is probably a big cave full of spiders. No, it's not just the Night Elf starting area and this area that has a cave full of spiders. It's also, in Battle for Azeroth, there's a mine in Drustvar full of spiders. So, Blizzard likes to make caves or mines full of spiders. I guess it's kind of a staple of RPGs though, so it's not really just Blizzard doing it.
Target. Need more mana.
I'm actually kind of surprised at how fast-paced the combat is with a warlock. If you play a low-level druid, you're casting spells. It's really very similar to this, but it's much slower. It takes forever to kill mobs. This is much faster than it is on a druid. Of course, I guess once a druid gets to level 20 and has cat form, they're probably faster than warlocks, so I guess it balances out a bit. Right, it looks like the Nightweb spiders are inside of the mine, and the young Nightweb spiders are outside of the mine. So I probably need to stay outside of the mine for a little while longer, get 2 more young Nightweb spiders, and then venture into the mine. I can wear any of the stuff that's dropping here. 4 armor, That's the same as my flax bracers, so nothing worth bothering with there. I've already got 10 of them. I didn't need this extra young knight web spider. It's alright though, gave me a little bit of extra experience points. Alright, now it's time to go in the mine. Need 6 more night web spiders, and then we'll head on to get Samuel's remains. Or, actually to kill Samuel, so that he has remains. So we've got to bury him beside his wife, whom he killed, as he got turned into a mindless zombie. The whole reason we're killing these spiders here is so that some of the Forsaken can go in and mine some gold out of it.
Enough, Nana.
Ragged cloak. Uh-oh, my inventory's full. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to make an extra trip. This video is going to be a bit longer than I expected. And my pet has stayed back and is fighting the spiders, which is not really what I wanted it to do. But I assume it's just like the bodyguards in BFA, in Najatar. They just come back after they die.
What will you require?
It's always funny to me how the vendors are always assuming that you're trying to buy something from them, the way they talk to you. And in most cases, you're not buying things from them. You're not interested at all, you just want to sell stuff to them.
Beware, our enemies abound.
Alright, back to the mines. See if I can take a shortcut here. guess my imp died fighting the spiders. Alright, just need one more spider. Then we can go fight Samuel. Alright, let's see if we can find Samuel. Oh, that's a big zombie. Carol Graves. Alright, let's see here. I'm looking for Samuel Phipps. This is not Samuel Phipps. This is Carol Graves. Maybe Samuel is... This is Daniel Oofman. Okay, so it's clear that these people have names. So this is Daniel Oofman. Ulfman. Where is Samuel? There he is. Yeah, look, that guy's full of arrows. Must have tried to kill some night elves, night elf hunters or something. Oh, look at this commotion up here. Guess that was just one player with a minion like me, but looked like several players. I might not even have his remains. Yeah, it looks like I don't have his remains, even though I killed him. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn in this quest, and then I'm going to finish the Samuel quest in the next video.
I am forsaken.
Executor Aaron says, well, it's a start. It'll take a few weeks or months to fully clean out the infestation. After that, we'll have to get down there with some torches to burn away the webbing. You've done your duty well, Thresdens. I'm sure I can find something else for you to do. Alright, I'm going to take this flax vest. And then, I don't want to take any more quests because I'm ending the video. Got a nice chest piece there. And there probably is no way to get rested XP at this point in the game. Normally, you want to log out at an inn, but in this case, there are no inns, so I'm just going to sleep on the cold floor here, like a Forsaken. And if you want to see what happens next, watch the next video when it comes up, probably sometimes next week.